Good evening. Just my comments on the disappointing game tonight for multiple reasons. Not the fact that the 49ers lost. Of course, as a Seahawks fan. So, in that sense, I didn't really care. I was really disappointed in the quality of the game. I'm going to have to put an asterisk on it. Sometimes you give, teams the benefit of the doubt. But the two 15-yard penalties and calling the Rams score, and then the I don't know what Garoppolo is doing with the throw. So it's clearly just kind of a slop joke game. You can kind of debate that. That's something that I'm going to look at the research on that if the NFL is intentionally doing that stuff. But if they are, it's certainly not going to make them any money. And even if it did, you shouldn't do that. So that part's debatable. But the second part we'll get into is not debatable. I myself do obviously. I do make pretty good margins on my what I engage in, and I do not engage in that sort of behavior because it doesn't make any business any money to engage in that sort of behavior. You want a high quality product at an efficient cost, and engaging in that sort of behavior might as well have Microsoft employees and Amazon employees playing games. So it's not a high quality game. Ratings may be up for the NFL, but that's not the only metric. Second part is which is not debatable, and you can look at the models and all the ratings and all that stuff. The Rams are not the best team in the NFL, and there's no doubt about that. Ramsey's good. Their secondary is overrated. All you have to do is sit in the end zone and scout these guys and watch, and that's how you attack them. I remember back in the 2002 national championship game between Ohio State and Miami, there was the same thing coming from the U side. They thought they were the best team. They had, of course, Sean Taylor, Antrell Roll, Reed, the guy that played with Baltimore. Extremely good secondary. All those guys are NFL guys. But what happened is Claret was certainly not the best person off the field, was one of the best on the field, and basically got Taylor on the interception, and then basically Will Allen turned Willis McGahee's leg into a drumstick. The left knee went backwards toward the ACL, PCL, MCL. So that's what kind of happens when I don't know what that means, but that's what happens when you talk trash like that. Miami thought they were the best team. The Rams are clearly not the best team in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. They were the fourth seed. That's getting pretty deep at the fourth seed. They weren't even having a bye under the old round. So there's no doubt there that they are not the best team in the NFL. The secondary is way overrated. Donald's good. He's not a Michael Strahan or anything like that. But I don't know what happened with Stafford, why he left Detroit. If you're going to complain about your money, you should be able to play anywhere. So, anybody making $7 million should be willing to play anywhere. Secondary's way overrated. Basically, we just sit in the end zone, attack these guys, and beat them to smithereens. So that's where you have it right there. Clearly, the Rams are not the best team in the NFL. That's not debatable. Third part is the racial. This is where the league probably goes negative, in my opinion, from producing value for society to going to a negative league. You have all these guys. You saw this year with Ruggs. It keeps on happening. These are not the moral authority. On a lot of these guys are teen dads. Probably didn't pass high school math. So for them to get involved in racial issues is completely inappropriate. They're digging themselves deeper. You're going to have, I certainly condone it, but the Capitol riots, you're going to have more polarization and completely inappropriate. They're way off on these. Just because race is the only metric and why they're lagging doesn't mean that it's discrimination. In a competitive market like the U.S., you can't do that. So that argument might work in Africa, but here in the U.S., you're just embarrassing yourself and saying that African Americans are stupid or lazy. That's not what I said. That's what you're saying. So that's not a appropriate thing for any business or any person to say. What the NFL has done there, they are clearly in the wrong, and they're just digging themselves a deeper hole. African Americans continue to lag. So that's what you're dealing with. We can laugh all this each side. Oh, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican. The African Americans still lag. So that's where we're at. And it's up to them if they want to change that. And the last metric is, the only reason I watched the game tonight is because of I'm not going to completely show my cards there. Connection to one of the members of the 49ers coaching staff. Otherwise, I completely skipped. In the past, I've skipped postseason games if I'm not interested. And this year, I pretty much, I thought I couldn't do it, but I did do it. Is pretty much skipped the entire season and just been watching the last couple postseason games. So that's what's going on here. It's being phased out, and the ratings may be up, but that's the final thing I'm going to address tonight. Is ratings are not the only metric. Money is what makes the world go round. So if the NFL wants to play that games, they're dooming themselves. You can see with Major League Baseball, salaries are declining. Nobody goes to the games. So that's what's going to happen next for the NFL. It's only a matter of time. They'll certainly put on the illusion that that's not happening, but that is what is going on. That's mostly through their fault. A lot of the part is the owners. I don't know their racial makeup, but the salary cap is not for competitiveness. It's because these owners are idiots regarding money. They've made a lot of money, but they don't manage it well, and they think that was a salary cap that'll lower their costs. It's not. It's just going to lower the quality of product. The only way to lower on costs is to lower on quality. So really, really stupid on the NFL owners. Most of them are white males. I don't care what they are, but really stupid guys. So to wrap it up, I thought the game tonight was a joke. The Rams are clearly not the best team in the NFL. 538. If you disagree with me on that, look at 538. Which I don't agree with them on a lot of their stuff. They're clearly liberal, and they don't have the Rams as the best team in the NFL. So there's no debate there. Not the best team. The racial makeup of the league completely inappropriate. African Americans continue to lag, and we've done that with Democratic policies. Joe Biden's been in politics for the last 50 years, and they continue to lag. So you can't play that card. You're just embarrassing yourself. I wish them the best, but you can't do wealth transfers. So it's up to them to what they want to do to move ahead. There you go. And I'm not rooting for the 49ers. I'm just a neutral observer here. So you can't play the Rams one card. I'm a Seahawks fan. So, we hate the 49ers even more. So Rams win. It's not going to do anything. Aaron Donald's, I'm one of the top mathematicians on the planet. Aaron Donald's good, but he's not that good. He's certainly not a Bruce, Michael Strahan or anybody like that. So we've already addressed that. No doubt the Rams are not the best team in the NFL. The league is completely inappropriate on racial issues, and I fully authorize anybody to take any action necessary to resolve that situation. So the drawback with the racial issues is the fact that the league's taking a side on there, and they're not any smarter than anybody else. We've already addressed the players clearly aren't smart people, but the league is not the moral authority to begin with on those issues. It's up to the voters. And we have a competitive market with Republicans and Democrats, and African Americans continue to lag. So you can't blame it on politics. Last but not least, I did not watch any of the games this year in the regular season. So that's what's going on here. It's just kind of being phased out. I don't run my business like that. I make money and I do it the right way too. So even if the NFL is doing it the right way, which you can't give them the benefit of the doubt anymore, they're still coming up short. So the NFL is an embarrassment. I didn't watch any of the games. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl. I think both teams have their issues. Jamar Chase is a chump, and the Rams secondary is way overrated. So it's not a high quality matchup, to have two. I think they're both 4 seeds. That's, I know one seeds aren't going to make it all the time, but that's just not getting my attention. You might as well have the Eagles and the Giants play. So last issue is probably that's the way to deal with it, is to not watch. Love the comments coming in. Yeah, I'm a Seahawks fan, so you can't play the Rams win card. I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm the 49ers losing just as happy with me. So I don't know how spooky is. Yeah, the Seahawks suck this year, but the Rams aren't the best team either. So look at 538's model. They'll have them like as the fifth best team in the league. So it's not even debatable. Okay, Spooky's intoxicated or something. I don't know what their point is. I've made my points. If you disagree with me, make your own video. It's the Rams aren't the best team. The league is clearly veering from the middle regarding racial issues, so they're out to lunch on that. Clearly, African Americans still lag. So if you want it that way, then that's probably the way it's going to be. So no, the Rams. Look at the 538 model on the Rams. They're like, I think they were the sixth best team. They'll get a little bit of bump for winning. Now it's a 3-point home win on the Niners, so they shouldn't get any bump to be honest, because that was expected. They were at 3-point favorites to begin with, but they're clearly not the best team in the league. So the fourth seed. They're the fourth seed in their own conference. They're not even the best team in their own conference. They're the fourth seed. They had 17 games. They're the fourth seed. They're not even the best team in their conference. And the last part is I didn't watch any of the games all year, so no, you were not the best team in the NFC. You're the fourth seed. You won one game. That doesn't make you the best team. If the Eagles played, who was the upset this year? The 49ers beat the Dallas. That doesn't mean 49ers are a better team than Dallas. They were the sixth seed. They beat a 3 seed on the road. That doesn't make them the better team by winning one game. It's a 20-game season. Yeah, you won the Super Bowl. It's in 2 weeks, dumbass. So yeah, Rams are not the best team in the NFL. I'm not going to discuss that anymore. Look at 538. They use computer models. Computer models are not biased. So there you go. Well, let's look at it right now and see where they have them. Okay, so they have the Rams as the third best team in the league. Okay, they're not the best team in the NFL. All right, there you go, dumbass. Have another drink.